Good morning. Today we're going to learn how to make a preserved bouquet. Tools that you're going to need are your floral scissors, ribbon scissors, ribbon, bouquet tape, and pins. Before you start, make sure you have latex gloves. These preserved flowers could be very irritating to your skin. Today we're going to be working with Empress Floral and their brand Ever Blossom. These are cream white roses. And I'm going to start by unpackaging them. Be very careful when you take them off the package, because preserved roses are very fragile. Preserved roses are more fragile than your live roses, so you gotta be very, very careful. Once all your roses are out, we're going to start with your baby's breath. Just one whole bunch of baby's breath. And you're going to want to start by breaking the branches starting from the bottom. You're going to want just the top of the baby's breath and save your other branches. Use the long stems so you can use them for your bouquet. You're not going to use the whole bunch. You're going to want to have something like around here. Use your personal judgment. Now your roses. Your roses are going to want to start cleaning the bottoms. Save your greenery, but be careful with them too, because they are too very delicate. You're going to want to have at least the top 2 stems of greenery. Now you're going to start your bouquet. To start a bouquet, you're going to want to start with one rose and form a type of X with your other rose. An X, a crisscross. Then you're going to want to get your third rose and go right next to the rose that you started the X with. Make sure you have that center rose, and you're going to want to go around that center rose. Make sure you keep your shape. Don't be afraid to readjust your roses to get out of place. And make sure you keep that round shape. You're going to keep going the same direction, putting the rose right next to to the second rose. If greenery falls, don't worry about it. After you're done and have this circular shape, go back. Oh, it helps to face the bouquet towards you and readjust your shape. This is a small 6-rose bouquet, so your focal point will probably be your center rose, which will be probably your tallest rose. Readjust so you have that round shape. Again, this is a small 6-rose bouquet. You could go up to 24, 75, 100. Then you're going to want to add your baby's breath. Be very careful not to damage a lot of your preserved roses, and judge what you need to cut off from your baby's breath. Cut it between your roses and drag it down a little. You be the judge on where you need the baby's breath. Make sure you keep the small branches. You're going to use those for your corsage later, as long as your greens you saved earlier. You be the judge on how much you need and where you need your baby's breath. Make sure you go back and fix your shape every now and then so you don't lose that shape. The bigger your bouquet is, the more you're going to want to go back and fix the shape. The key to using your baby's breath is to leave the stems really long. The key to making an actual bouquet in general is to leave your stems really long. Again, you be the judge on how much baby's breath you need. You don't have to use all of it. Once you're satisfied with your baby's breath, you're going to want to get your bouquet tape. Bouquet tape, you're going to want to start from the very top. If your foliage falls down, use gravity to your advantage and point it down. You don't want to start from the very top and overlap your first tape line so your tape won't move. Once you got that first overlap, gonna want to just spin your bouquet around. Before you actually tighten your tape though, go back and fix your shape. Don't be afraid to go back midway through your tape. The most important thing is your shape. Remember, your focal point is your center. You want them high, but not too high. You want to have a flow to your little dome shape. Once you're satisfied with your shape, then you could tighten the tape so they won't move. When you're spiraling, make sure you overlap your tape. Don't want gaps in your tape, because that would mess up your ribbon. If it rips, just start where you started. Just start where you rip it, and just keep overlapping. Make sure the tape is tight. Eventually you'll find your groove and just spiral it all the way down. You don't want to tape it all the way down. You want to leave a little bit of room. Just so it could look like a real, natural bouquet. Preserves don't have this issue, but real flowers needs that little bit of room so they could drink water. Make sure you cut it even. Once you're done with that, you're going to want your ribbon. The ribbon, you're going to start the opposite of your tape. And start from the bottom. You go around once at the bottom so you don't see where you started. After you go around once, you're going to do the same thing you did with your tape. Spiral it and overlap. With the ribbon, you must be really, really tight so you don't get no wrinkles. Once at the top, you're going to want to use your ribbon scissors and cut it in a diagonal way. Make sure you know where your front of your bouquet is. Once you cut, you tuck in the area that you cut. Get a pin, insert it going upwards towards your roses so your bride doesn't get poked.